This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
All right, not to take it back, bring it back to 6 years old. You at the contest.
So and then in the midst of all that too, I'm playing music, but like really, I'm young.
Wait, what about like the contest with your parents when they got the piano?
Yeah, so they got the piano, and then it's just around. So when they had my earliest memories with the piano are me just kind of like
as a kid, just fucking around on it.
I didn't know what the fuck it was. I was just playing around, and then like. Eventually they're like, yeah, we should get him lessons.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And also, I'm playing sports too. And I'm pretty good at sports. I'm not going to say I was the best athlete or anything.
Go play football for 1 year and was the best player probably in the state in fifth grade.
I had that. I was the son of an athlete, so I had those genes. Like, that's how it works.
I swear to that love, he wasn't even trying really at the time. Like.
Yeah, that's how it works. Like, the genetics, there is something to that. I'm the son of he was a running back. He was, so.
Get the
Shouts to Gil Senior on this podcast, please.
Yeah, please, yeah.
Gil Senior is my
sure.
Shout out, Pop. Some of my favorite people for sure.
So that's early. So early on, those sports was more important to me. Because why? Because my friends are playing sports.
We're every day.
We're hanging out, like we're watching our heroes on TV making millions of dollars. Mm-hmm. Early on, we're seeing this, and we're seeing all of this. So this is like where our minds are. Like I'm out hanging out with my friends. Like, I mean, this isn't like age 6, but like fast forward a little bit to like I started the piano lessons at age 6. Age 9 was like a turning point that I get to, but like I'm also playing sports, so like it's more about at that age, like I'm more concerned about hanging out with my friends and just doing like young kid shit, like just being a kid. I'm not thinking about like the next piano recital. I'm not. I don't care at that age, quite frankly. Like I'm just doing it because you don't have much control. You're doing what your parents are telling you to do because they birthed you, like they're taking care, they're doing, whether it's a parent or guardian, whatever it is at that age, you don't have agency at that stage. So that was early on. And I'm doing both for a while, but the sports was more important to me. I felt like cooler doing that.
With your friends.
I felt real weird early on. The music thing, I didn't really start to feel comfortable being an artist until much later. Early on, I was just feeling it out. I was like, what is this about? Like, who am I in this space? Like, I know who I am when I go to school. I know who my friends are. I know who I am when I'm on the basketball team, like all that sort of stuff. But like, when my parents take me to this teacher who was in Mountainside, it was a lady. Her name is Dr. Loretta Jankowski, I'll say. I'm still in touch with her today.
Put respect on her name, absolutely.
Yes, I'm still in touch with her today. And so I started going to lessons with her, and that's in Mountainside, New Jersey, which is not far from us.
Is she still giving lessons?
Yes.
No shit.
She's in Delaware currently, but it was right across Route 22, and I think we're all probably familiar with that area. You go through Mountainside, and there's a 7-Eleven, right?
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
You cross 22 there, and then like over there, that's Mountainside. She was over in there, so my commute, like when I was young, was going that way all the time. We go up.
Your backyard.
Yes. Just we go past that way, cross 22, and then go into the neighborhood up there. I would take piano lessons. It started right in Mountainside. And that was early on. So she had a few conversations with my parents where she was just pretty much, she was like, y'all should like pay a little bit more attention to Gil because he's got something going on. Like, I don't know exactly, like, but like it's working. Like,
so she's seen the talent.
She saw something. She was like, something's there. They have students and sometimes something's not there. Sometimes so they kind of see things. And so all that's going on. And then also I'm playing sports. I'm playing football at this stage. Like I'm playing PL football with my friends who I grew up with. And, I'm enjoying myself, having a good time, scoring touchdowns, feeling like the world, like whatever. You're young, you don't know, but that's a big day for you. When you score a touchdown in PAL football, like you're flexing at that age. Like that's what a flex is, right? So I don't know. I felt good at that time. But like, that continued. And then like at a certain point, in my parents' words, they realized like, okay, so he's good at playing the piano. We have a talented musician, and then he's playing football. So like a musician and then playing football, like going and like just like being very physical doesn't necessarily go together. You got to eventually you're gonna have to choose one or the other. So they chose for me. They're my parents.
But Pops was a football player. He
Right.
didn't push
It's
you.
so confusing.
It's so ironic.
It's so confusing.
It was so crazy to the rest of us.
Now you see what I was like. Now you can understand when I was young what is going through my head. Like what my Pops is saying.
You're trying
this,
to emulate
my
Pops, and he's a
friends are
football
saying
player.
This.
We're like, yo, we need Gil.
Y'all are
right
taking
now.
me to piano
Where's he at?
lessons. Like what? Like it was very confusing. It really was because when you're young, like your peers are also like a huge part of just like everything. Your parents, whoever's there for you, your guardians, parents, cousins, whatever, are a big part of your deal. But the peers are like everything too. You're seeing your friends at school for like what is it, 6 hours a day?
8 hours. That's job. It's a job.
It's a job.
Bro.
Just
It's
about.
a job. 8 hours a day.
You might
It's
be
8 hours
seeing
a
them
day.
more than you're seeing your family.
Absolutely.
It might because
In certain households,
our parents
absolutely.
have to work and stuff, and
Yeah,
they gotta
certain
provide.
relationships you care about what people
In
think.
my household, like sometimes they wouldn't get home so late at night, so I might have only gotten 2 hours with them that day, where I was
Yeah,
with
you got 10 hours
my
with everybody else.
homies with like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So that was like we all have difficult aspects of our childhood.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.